Hello and welcome back to Stoneshard. We're continuing on, I think, day 4, day 5 now at this point. We've been handling some pretty... We went back after picking up the ranger and we handled some earlier quests. We wanted to try and make some money, do some early sort of tier 1 quests, and I found that they were very, very easy. So we do have one quest to the north. I think we're going to get this out of the way real fast, but then we're going to try to probably just grab a caravan, grab a wagon, a taxi, head back to the caravan, and start going to pick up more tier 2 stuff. We've got a couple of unidentified equipment, but otherwise we have a load of food. We are ready to boogie. Let's hustle right away. Waste no time getting on the road. And going to beat up some bandits. Actually, we're beating up undead, I think, this morning, but seems like we can't get anywhere without running into a pack of bandits. That guy's got that long range attack. It's a bit of nice early experience for us, at least. Just trash our way through some guys. We'll pick up some of the locations en route as well, which will let us travel to them easier later on. But we are well supplied, ready to boogie. Here's our road. Yeah, I think we'll take the road the whole way. I kind of like the road because there's a pretty good chance that you run into bandits on it that are always eager to just jump you very early on. And the training is going to be worthwhile. I've been thinking about the build on how we want to make this guy. Ooh, okay. Okay. This just got a lot spicier. There's another guy there. Whoa. Defensive tactic. There's the war shout. I'm gonna parry. I was so cocky about taking the road. Staggered and dazed. This is bad. Parry? Cannot parry while stunned. I'm stunned again. I'm just stuck. Stun lock. Okay, great. Excellent. A fine start. How far back are we getting thrown here? So far back. You get an exit save, but you do not get a sleep save. I guess the club's stun, yeah. Okay. How did we take this? A couple of things I got to sell off to this guy. And a handful of stuff we just have on us. Merge that with you. Throw these coins in here. That's fine. You can go back in this bag for now. We bought a cheesy garlic bread off of this guy. No, we bought a cheesy garlic bread off of somebody. Which hero did we start on? We started as Arna. The Maiden Knight. This is fine. We just mostly sold off all of our loot. I can't remember if we need these nails. I feel like we don't. We did discover that the stuff that you identify is broken when you identify it. For the most part, so it's not typically worth a lot of money. Yeah, so like I actually can't sell this dagger, and I don't think any of these I could sell either. The axe was like a maybe. But people won't buy unidentified goods. That ring we can get away with selling. We're going to repair all of our goods. Yeah, you won't even buy that. They ain't willing to buy nothing for nobody. My goal today is to get us a new hat. What a rigmarole. All right, we're just going to throw all that stuff out. Merge you into here. Put you back in. See if that innkeeper has that better bread. You can repair and sell it, but you don't seem to make enough money to make it worthwhile. How much are these meatballs? 45 bucks. Sure. I'll sell off this purse and we'll get back on the road. So definitely in those big fights, the thing I got to look out for the most are clubs, which I didn't anticipate. We've never fought that many people at once. I went in with the confidence of Oedipus. I got absolutely spanked. You can get an upgrade in the caravan to repair items. Yeah, it's one of the followers. Which is the guy we're trying to get, but we need like $1,000 to build him the wagon. Sloppy. Sloppy jalopies. Clean ourselves up a little bit. What a murder you just got. I mean, most of the bandits, that's how I feel like we are fighting them, is that we could just wipe them out in seconds. It was that ambush of 7 bandits. That was a bit more than I anticipated. I gotta assume that they're still gonna be here. So I'm gonna go a little bit off the road. Okay, so they literally don't spawn until you come in. That's okay. We got him in a much better position this time around. Back one, parry. Also, a significantly smaller ambush, it looks like. That was 2 ambushes at once we ran into. That's what happened. It was 2 separate groups. Yeah, it's much better. That's much better. That's some confidence. Bandits a renewable resource? There's always lots of bandits. They ain't ever going to stop showing up anytime soon. Imagine if the bandit store ran out of bandits. I think the economy would crash. Nobody would know how to handle it. Has the barrier to entry softened a bit? I remember when I played this game a year ago, it was hard to build momentum early. Yeah, I think so. Certainly, I've been finding it a lot easier this time around. You don't have to play on Iron Man as well, which is, I would definitely not recommend playing on Iron Man until you know the game inside and out. Okay, these are friendly dudes. Hello, hello, hello. What do you got? I'm gonna buy one of those. Anything inside this old tower? An outpost. What else? I thought the host's plan for me was to die on the battlefield. It seems my death will be of boredom. Ah, okay. We can also cash in our contract here. And there is the taxi driver who is selling stardust. Drugs. Shocking. Shocking, I tell you. I kind of wish that we had a bedroll so we could sleep directly outside this cathedral. Just so we had the option to save. I'm realizing now how good an idea that would be. Something to consider in the future when we go out on these like longer quests away from the caravan. This is our ambush spot. I don't see your name on it. We can both ambush here. Oh, fine. God, jeez. Still unforgiving at times. Yeah, I mean, I think it's still like a very challenging game. Trigger that parry a little early, but I don't think it mattered. No shoot. No hit. Come here. Come here, little bandit. Let me stab you with my sword. Just remember, you shot me first. Okay, there is a point of interest to our left, so I'm going to go check that out. Just because who knows, it might be a bed. I don't, why not sleep inside the cathedral? I mean, I think because it's full of undead, probably. I don't mind challenging, but I really bounced off the game early struggles when I tried it before. Yeah, I mean, it's things like the caravan has, I think, really helped with it because it also causes, like, you have the ability to save a lot more frequently now. Go for this club guy here. Chopped his arm clean off. Wolf? More wolves? Something tells me the point of interest is a wolf den. We've never fought a wolf. They're only medium danger. Hey. Okay, this guy wants to fight me. Ooh. Didn't know we could move that fast. I like how this said medium danger. There's pretty much nothing I can do. Oh, I got a second wind. %15 health. Fully replenishes block power when I parry. Okay. Sweet God. Minor torso injury. Let's not try fighting wolves ever again. I have 2 wolves inside me, not a dirty joke. One is eating my intestines. The other is eating my torso. Oh, God. Is this place just a bandit camp? Come on, dudes. I thought this place was a cathedral. I mean, it might still be, but let's probably stop and actually heal ourselves all the way here. I do love how the game, no matter where you are in it, it makes it seem like you're always in danger from basically every enemy you fight. Hey, Mona. Got ourselves a little kitty cat visitor here. You want to say hi to everybody? Yeah, that second wind really saved our butts. Hi. Good morning. Good morning, Mona. Oh, you're so heavy this morning. Not a small cat, let me tell you. Not a small cat at all. I think I forgot to refill my water before I left town. Can't wait till they add stealth into the game. Oh, I'm not even at the point of interest yet. Just running into random bandits on the road. I believe there's a water station at the tower on the way. Probably that roadside tower would have had it, yeah. Listen, we're just going to be really careful when we go in here. And we're not going to push our luck. We just do it little baby steps. And that guy's dying. The sacrifices are so weird. The guys that are just sitting there like bleeding out. This quest is just learn the fate of the scouting party. So we shouldn't have anything like a weird grimoire here. Eat that bread. We'll eat that. Buddy, come here. Yes, enemy. That's right. I don't even think we need most of our skills to beat these guys. A splint. Nice. A backup splint. What is the deal with these guys? Blood oath. If the martyr is alarmed, there are no enemies in vision. The health loss is tripled. The blood oath is granted to a random ally within vision. Replenishes health to all allies within vision for the amount of damage received. I see. So they are just kind of like blood totems. Take that. Take that. You know what we really forgot to do that we had done last time was buy a crowbar before we left town. I don't know where that other guy just went. Yeah, you're fine. We got stacks of heroes in here. There's one of the seals. Locked. Not locked. A Schwartz treaty. No quick move from the chest to your inventory. If you shift click. I admittedly just keep forgetting about it. So you can just shift click like that. A workbench. Not really much we have to make at it, but I think that's the first workbench we found in the wild. Hey. Yeah, these guys are pretty straightforward. Here's another one of our homies. $115. These are technically in better shape. Our gloves are just completely shattered right now. The felling axe could be sold, but for almost no money. That feels like probably the room with the boss. Correct. Azados, the Vindictive. Apostates, former circles of the host, drawn mad by apocalyptic visions of the new patron. Lacerate, draining sigil, curse of agony, life leech, and bloodthirst. He might have aggroed the boss there on his move, but I don't think he did. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. You guys just got these blood totems. Excellent. Stained glass, spools of thread. We need this for an upgrade in the camp. There is technically the last part of the quest. Staves treaties. I don't think we need that. Seems like a friendly fella. Just the friendliest. I should try breaking more of these traps more often. Because I do get XP if we succeed. Now, if I fail, I get intoxicated. So there's always a trade-off. Okay, Mona, you need to chill out a little bit here. I love you very much. But I'm also trying to stream. So just lie down. This cat is just absolutely trying to occupy as much of my space as she possibly can. Guess we could throw that in there. For now, that will do. You know what? I'm just going to do that. All right, well. dazed there for a couple of turns. The parry, I'll war shout. 56. Big crit hitting both of them. He's dead. You're dead. We get an identification scroll out of the fight. And we're good, babies. We are good. Agate, a brass ring, a bit of money, and some silver cutlery. We are weary and we are in pain. How about we rip that smoking mix? You know what I mean? Yeah. That'll help us dull the pain. As long as we don't step on any traps on the way out and instantly get ourselves killed like we did the other day. Nice. We get back here. We can claim the reward. And then we can at least get a taxi down to the Drunken Woodsman Inn. If not even further. The road is this way, so I am going to foolishly take it. At least a little bit. We'll sneak around. Here comes me dying to bandits. Nice. Nothing to it but to do it. Dudes, I feel like there are more bandits in this part of the world than there are just regular everyday people. It's outrageous. And they're all so confident. They should not be. Like, it's so funny talking to the guy at this outpost who was like, oh, we have nothing to do in this outpost. It's so boring here all the time. And I'm like, literally, if you patrolled the roads at all, you would be swimming in bandits. Like, this place is maggoty with bandits. Bandits for days. The loot not worth picking up? No, not those, like peasant flails and stuff. No. Most of the time, the loot that you get off of other enemies is broken. So you can't sell something unless it's at least 50% durability. Ooh, that was a snake. We'd never seen a snake before. Snake, snake. Ooh, it's a snake. Is that another snake? It is. Look. Viper. Snake hides in grass. Only attacks when disturbed. So I'm going to pop into this tower. Chat to the guy. This guy might be willing to buy some of the stuff we picked up. Except he doesn't have any money. There is a water barrel down here. So we'll take a quick drink. Is the steak solid, liquid, or gaseous? I think it's solid. Okay. Extra money. Extra money. Don't mind if I do. Was that a Badger reference? It most absolutely was. So I'm actually just going to go into Osbrook with him, because I realized there was a couple of things we wanted to buy in Osbrook for the caravan. Plus, I can save. It's a win-win. What are you selling? Got a lot of fine things on sale, stranger. You got some fine things on sale, but not really a lot. I do want to buy that crowbar. We might as well make another band-aid. Question, do we have these books read? Oh, I guess they still give us XP even if we haven't read them. I guess I could sell off that second splint, but I'll probably just keep it. Nice. Okay. So we're coming out of here with a good bit of money here. Repair kit. Does this guy have the tools? This guy was selling tools the other day and he's not selling them anymore. And that's literally what I came back here to pick up. You've got the sturdy chest, the wagon wheels, and the straw dummy. Ooh, as well as the chicken coop. Oh, you have the toolbox. Bought. We need $1,000 to get the quartermaster, or the workbench, I think it is. So my debate right now is, do I also buy chickens? Lucrative deal. Chickens come free with the cages. It does sound like a pretty lucrative deal. Let's do it. This ring cannot be sold, so we can just throw it out. Now, here's my real question is, can I buy a taxi to my caravan? I love that he won't drop me off, like, at this bridge. But he'll drop me off like I can't just be like, okay, you go all the way down there. Can you just drop me off halfway? I guess it's not a good enough deal for him. So I've decided to make the greedy choice, which is instead of saving in town for X amount of dollars, I'm going to run back to the caravan and save at the caravan. To save ourselves, we'll have 15 gold, probably. We've recently cleared out this whole area, so yeah, like the corpses are still... They're being eaten by crows, but they are still there. I do love that when you come back to an area, you just see like the corpses have started to decay. And the wildlife is just having its way with it. It fits the grittiness of this game so well. Also that they do that when you come close. No, we're one over and then up. Splish. Splash. Hunger. Oh, thank you. Got a little water delivery. Get those hydro checks. Oh, I sure hope this bandit doesn't come after me, a knight with a giant sword. What were you thinking, dude? What were you thinking? And here we go. We're back at the caravan. No time at all. Now, we have the 2 nails and the workbench. The tools for the workbench. So now we can do crafting. Shovels, sickles, sacks of grain. Where is the chicken coop? Oh, I need a bucket and I need sacks of grain as well. I guess the chicken's got to eat something. Well, they can stay in there for now. I have a hat here I wanted to identify. Hat of +3 energy. I mean, do we want the 8 bleed resistance or do we want the 3 energy? Argue we don't really need either. And I guess we can make like throwing nets now as well. Okay. Let's drop off a few of these bandages. Maybe those lentils. What do we got in the bag? Money, bandages. I have no herbal extracts. I have a bunch of rotten leeks. Yeah, I basically just have a bunch of rotting food here. And lentils, which at least don't seem to go bad. I do wish there was an auto sort button for this. Just because it would make life a little bit easier. All right, well, I'm not going to a town, so let's just toss that out for now. We can make ourselves a nice soup. Chop. Drop that off. We got 1 bandage, 2 bandages. I might as well just eat that flatbread right away. And how much is our fatigue? 33. It's not clear how much you recover when sleeping. That was not very much. That was 10 for 4 hours? Let's just sleep until the morning. What are you selling? Thrush can be plucked for their meat. Salt. She actually has healing salves. Adds morale to food. Bison pelts. All right, we got a couple points of interest around, so I'd say let's just go take a peek. There was some discussion about exploring down here. Just to see whether or not we could find another town to get some quests at. Which I'd say is still an option. Deer trail. If we had a bow. I was thinking, like, as time goes on, we may pick up a bow later in the game. Or even a crossbow. Okay, there's too many things in this woods trying to kill me right now. Let me tell you. I like how that boar came like screeching down. Uh-oh. No. Ah, gotta leave 3 crowns on the ground. Oh, maybe not. Get every dollar we can. This is a road going down here? This seems strange. Okay. We're gonna have to pick up some new abilities pretty soon. I feel like we're pretty close to getting another level. That is the road that turns. It's crazy that like every town has maybe a dozen people who live in it. And every road has about 24 bandits on it. Okay, this is obviously a pig. Obviously some sort of pig-based location. There we go. Just wanted to get close enough to mark it on the map. And it looks like this is probably a church to our south. Church, cathedral, cult, vampire den. Combination of all of the above. Abbey of the Hollow Revelation. Ooh, I can actually go in here. Oh. Oh. This is the church from the prologue is what this is. So I suspect you probably come back here later, but we did just find a blue amulet in it. Yeah, see this area here we could get into. We're gonna eat our meatballs. Damn, dudes. I really thought there'd be a town up here. Can't bust down the gate with the two-handed sword. No, nor the crowbar. I tried to right-click on it, but it wouldn't let me do anything. Okay, okay. Well, I think we'll head left on the road and just like do some exploring. We got to try to find a town to get some more quests in. Oh my god. Wolves everywhere we go. Does nobody travel the roads anymore? Full of wolves and deer. It's like the most overgrown stuff I've ever seen. It's outrageous. I feel like I'm going to have to go back to that Death Stinger farm at this rate as our only quest. Or join the Vanguard. Come on, you rat. I know there's got to be more than one of you. Ooh. Many more than one of you. Like, I love when Warcry works, but not when it screws up my parry. Nice big crit for the double there. A roasted penny bun. Oh, that's good to know. I'm learning what we can and cannot roast. Okay, we know there's a point of entrance to the north, but there's also roads to basically every other direction. Excuse me. trading shots and getting my armor busted up. I feel like let's keep going left. You can roast all the vegetables and edible mushrooms. Ooh. I guess it just probably makes them worth a little bit more hunger. Throat's dry as a desert. Here, what do you got for me, homie? Cutting down bandits. I love when that works. Nothing quite like having the archers shoot their buddies in the back of the head. Oh, that was cool. My character yelled out the name of her family after slaying those bandits. She said, Derveern. This is suddenly becoming a lot of bandits. They get confused and break up a little bit. All right, that's manageable. More. A bunch of them fled. Where'd they go? A bunch of them left on the right side of the map, but when I went over there, they were nowhere to be found. A bridge? I am not having much luck here. There's our level up. Come here, Archer. Come here. Come here. I'll get back here. I'll get back here right now. Sneaky little skirmisher. Ah, man, I'm like hesitant to go this far away from the caravan without a destination in mind. We do have another point of interest to our north. Maybe let's just go poke up, see what it's all about. Because again, even a bandit camp would give us a place to save. Nice open clearing. Be a good place for a camp. Where is the middle of this level? Here? God, archers are so helpful most of the time. A leather quiver. I think that is the first time we've ever actually gotten a quiver drop. Okay, what is the point of interest here? It said there was a POI. And I'm confused because they've always been in the exact center of the map. Optimism. What in tarnations? I guess the point of interest was just that there was a lot of bandits. Check the water. I mean, there are these two cool trees. I didn't know you could swim. Check the water indeed. Oh my God. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have just went chasing like that, but that's all my energy. That one will sell. Really want to play a good RPG? I mean, this is definitely a good one. I can recommend it. Otherwise, you know, we got the CRPGs. Lots of good in that front. A worn cloak and a rag. No, I can recommend it. I do recommend it. Cabbage. A guard's bow, but it's broken. I ironically don't have a water barrel here. Vegetable, mushroom. One vegetable short of a stew. Pathfinder, Wrath of Righteousness. Very good. Solid RPG. Honestly, any of the Elcott stuff I think is pretty top quality. Always worth playing. Sleep here till dawn. Oh, I can just collect water out of the river. Is it good water, though? Oh, yeah, I guess it is. Huh. The more you know. Pot of vegetable and a water. Just gonna eat some gruel. Gruel it up. Found Kingmaker to be a bit frustrating personally. I think the thing is, with Owlcat games is you eventually have to hit a point where you just say, okay, I'm going to turn the difficulty down to story mode, because all the Owlcat games in the last sort of act or 2 acts just get unbearably frustrating. Didn't like Rogue Trader, way too buggy early on and way too easy. Rogue Trader has some weird balance things where most of the fights are super simple and then you hit the bosses and they are just like impossibly difficult, which is a bit of a weird combo. Well, we're soaking wet and it's raining. Didn't wipe once through all of Rogue Trader. Oh, wow. I mean, perhaps then you needed to turn up the difficulty up. Found Rogue Trader super easy, but the bosses were just like question mark, question mark. Yeah. That's sort of how I felt about it. That was a turn too early. But I still find that those are good games. Like, I still enjoy them a lot. Even Kingmaker, even Wrath of the Righteousness, like they have their weird pacing issues, but I still find that they are an enjoyable experience. So take it for what you will. Rogue Trader, very easy at launch due to bugs, etc. It's been fixed since. Yeah, they've had a lot of mega updates for Rogue Trader. Frustrated and quit playing Kingmaker? Might have been a mistake playing Paladin for your first run. Would have to make a choice your character would never ordinarily make just to keep alignments. I don't know. For me, whenever I play an RPG, like, I like to decide kind of what my character's morals and ethics are really early on. So that when anytime you get those weird moments, you just have to say, like, okay, what would my character do in this moment? It's no longer what do I think is the cool option. Ow. Stop doming me. That's cool. This guy just like heard a ruckus south of the camp. Came down to figure out what was going on. This battle will judge us. That's never what you want the person you're fighting to just yell out. Very intimidating. Well, I'm very happy to find another camp. Dog pelt, regs. Crack this bad boy open for some money, honey. Maybe I'll just go up to the Rotten Willow. We're not really a high enough level for it yet. Oh, we do get strength 15. Reaching the threshold of 15 gives us 15% armor damage, crit efficiency 10%, and 7.5 body damage. Which also means we got another skill. We still don't have the two-handed sword treaties. We do have armored combat. I've been thinking about taking self-repair. I don't have any athletic skills. Successful strikes and shots apply their target with crit, avoidance, and fortitude for 5 turns. need that for against the odds. Butchering, harvest pelts, a 50% chance to collect special hunting trophies from animals. Or pathfinding, hear all creatures within 150% of the vision radius, grants +1 vision, and increases a passive chance to hear other creatures by 50%. Hearing a creature permanently applies it with a 10% damage taken and -5% dodge chance. Yo, let's take that. Our vision is really bad. I'm always getting snuck up on. And that's basically an extra 10% damage. Rogue Trader's got some DLC. Yeah, it's got the one piece of DLC. Didn't like the combat. You found it slow. Interesting. So I actually have that problem with the Pathfinder games. I find the combat too slow because you have to spend all this time buffing in between every fight. The parry is just unreal. Oh, I'm bleeding. More rivers. All right, let's go up this way. I wasn't anticipating all these rivers. Paladin, decent at first character, lawful good or strong alignments in Kingmaker. Yeah. I think my Kingmaker character, I built an Eldori Swordmaster. Very similar to this, but just like a one-handed dueling sword. And an AC that basically meant I couldn't be hit. Alright, we're going to have to cross this river. Oh, crossing the river uses energy. On top of getting you wet. Tally ho! Bleeding again, dudes. Stop making me bleed. Stop making me bleed my own blood. Hey, Fractal. What's up? We're doing very well today. Rocking a little Stoneshard. I just got your guys' hoodie in the mail the other day. I'm very excited about it. It is super comfy. Absolutely beautiful. The buff thing is what turned you off of Pathfinder? Yeah, I ended up running the same thing. Spending so much time in between fights having to buff was just like... It's actually what I really liked about Rogue Trader, was that the buffs were built into combat. So things were just that much faster when you played. Pledge to play Wrath again, but I already finished it 12 times. Can't bring yourself to do it again. I mean, that's a lot of wins, so I can't blame you there. Like to plan out how I intend to roleplay my character as well. I have no problem playing a lawful good character. There's times you had to be chaotic because it was the only good option, or neutral. Yeah. Kingmaker had definitely some strange choices, but I guess as like a paladin, you have to do it to keep up your vows, which makes it a little bit more complicated. Go grab some leaves. Trying to meet your teammates a little bit. How's the game? It's very good, honestly. They just got a big update just recently. And it's added a lot to the game. There's a random dig here. What is this? Tears through the soil with our bare hands. A grave. I feel like that's not something a noble knight would have done. Dig up some random grave that we found. I was just so curious. Can turn the difficulty down to one that's been That's only challenging unbuffed. Problem solved. Yeah, so that's exactly the problem I ran into with Kingmaker is I was stubbornly trying to do it on whatever difficulty I started on. And I should not have. I should have just like cut out. And played it on a lower difficulty. Okay, there's 2 more wolves still doing that. I really want that militia bill. We've never seen that weapon before. 2E did a lot of the same. So many mods. Yeah, there's also a bunch of mods now for Pathfinder and Kingmaker that will automatically apply all of your buffs before fights. That I think will probably just make the game that much better for most people, so. A lot of great auto buffers in the game. Yeah, exactly, right? Difficulty pride ruins games. I agree, especially when it comes to CRPGs. I often have to tell myself when I'm playing a game in my free time, I'm just like, hey, I'm not streaming this. I can just play it on a lower difficulty. I can just play it on normal and have fun. I still play most games on hard, but I won't necessarily play it on very hard, for example. Power creep and wrath makes it hard for me to go back to Kingmaker games. Whoa. Burial cave. Oh, I gotta poke my head in. You ever just know you're making a mistake? Oh, I can't enter. This is obviously a boss fight. Which is cool. We haven't really encountered much in the way of that yet. Should I just go to the Rotten Willow? No, let's just keep moving this way. We'll cut across to more of these points of interest and we'll see what's going on. Flip the thinking, unbuff the challenge model. Play games on hard, that's why you aren't using iron mode. I mean, look, if I play something like Crusader Kings, I'm playing on Iron Man mode, even when I'm playing it for just like my own enjoyment. But there are certain games that I find are funner to play in that style. Other stuff ain't worth the hassle. Ain't worth the hassling. Difficulty down is also evening the playing field. Yeah, in those CRPGs for sure. Game assumes you'll buff. Yeah. 24-hour buffs helped a ton. Yes. Yeah, I would often end up building one character who was just like a buff robot. Blow all their spells before every fight. All right, leave me alone, little piggies. I don't want to fight you. Henchmen. Man catchers. Uh-oh. There's just too many to fight. We have traveled far. Ooh, really? I mean, I'll 1v1 you. A hunter hatchet. else can I throw in here? Eat that, eat that. I don't know why I picked up burdock. That sells for decent money. We'll keep that on hand. That guy was the biggest threat in the group, so... If I can kite some of the rest of them down. Just take them little bits at a time. Love it. Favorite ever character for Wrath of the Righteousness was a Slayer Lich with throwing axes. Yes, the throwing axe builds in CRPGs are absolutely busted. It's just like a consistent thing across all CRPGs. Playing throwing axes is always a crazy build. CK3, it feels like less of a game without Iron Man mode. After all, it's truly a glitter hoof run if you didn't work hard for it. It's not everybody can just become a horse. Okay, I took out 2 of them here. Doesn't look like the dogs are coming along. This guy's only got a man catcher. Fight me, you coward. Roasted sinew meat. I can tell there's like a dog or something just up there, so... Pathfinder games are easy to mod. It's all fine. The biggest issue with them nowadays is that I know the first few hours inside out, and I can't get myself to push through them again. That's always... I feel that way about Kingdom Come Deliverance. Every time I try to replay that game, I'm always like, oh, right. The intro to this game is like 4 hours long. And it's very slow. Started with a knight character, found bandits, fought them, killed 3, 2 more came, sword broke, and you just lose. In this game, your sword broke? I guess sometimes that's just the luck of the draw. I won the fight until your sword broke. I mean, you can repair your sword in town. I'm actually trying to remember. I think your starting sword does start really, really broken. So you are meant to sort of spend some of your money fixing it up in town. Or at least I would recommend fixing it up a little bit in town. There's the camp. Bought a repair kit. If you talk to the blacksmith, they'll have a little button somewhere around here that looks like an anvil, and you can click that and it'll let you repair your gear. Go grab my hammer, spends 2 hours through poop on the side of a building and getting into a fist fight. Yeah, that's Kingdom Come Deliverance, all right. Real unfortunate Alcat's so set on Pathfinder. It's a fine system overburdened with poorly balanced stuff. I mean, I don't think... They're working on a bunch of new stuff now, and I don't know that any of it is Pathfinder. Hey. Come get some. A war pitchfork. Ooh. That's new. It's busted, but I'm starting to see better gear in this area. Which is promising. Just like exploded that guy. Also just exploded that guy. I wonder if all this stuff is actually like worth carrying on me. Most of it probably is not. There were dogs around, but I don't know where they've gone. I don't need charcoal anymore. Here they are. Rawr, 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 we're doggies. Sorry, puppies. Man's got to do what a man's got to do. Pathfinder 2e, such a cleaner system, way better suited to gaming with much simpler rules, retaining a lot of the complexity and depth of characters. Yeah. 5e is trash. I like 5e, honestly. 5.5, I'm not so sure how I feel about, but I think 5e is pretty accessible. Being a very long-term D&D player, like, it just simplified a lot of things. I played 2e, and then I played 3.5 for years. I played 3.5, which is basically just Pathfinder, for being honest. Got you. Ooh. A bearded hatchet. Broken. Gaming dice. We're a pro gamer now. 5e was nice. Pathfinder still so much better. What I like about 5e is things can't really get like that busted, but at least compared to Pathfinder. 5e is a storytelling system, not great for balancing or feeling powerful, but great for the simplicity of gaming. Yes. I'd agree with you on that one. But the ironic part about it is that also, like, of all the systems out there, 5e is still not actually a very good one for storytelling. It is designed as a storytelling system, but compared to other TTRPG systems, there are much better ones out there for storytelling stuff. That dog is escaping. I screwed up. Like 5e is ultimately, at its heart, all the rules are still built around combat systems. And so it's a little weird to have a storytelling game where combat is, all the rules are written around combat. I don't know. Oops. I've lost my mouse cursor. Hilarious. Ow. Stop shooting me. Buddy, you're being a real jerk. What a pain. I'm actually going to rest for a second. We took a lot of damage in that fight. Oh, yeah. Look at this, man. We've been out from our camp for so long that our breastplate is almost broken. Crazy. 5e is so much better in my mind because it doesn't scare off new players. Yeah, that's a big part of it for sure. Simplified to the point of making builds boring, and spellcasting, not a great introductory system. Yeah. Yeah, it does kind of feel like everything plays a little bit the same in 5e, but kind of okay and everything you want in TTRPG, but there's always a system that's better suited to what someone wants to do. You nailed it right there. Moose. There's a ton of dead wolves around these moose. Stuck between a bunch of moose and a bunch of wolves. Not where you want to be. All right, let's get back to camp. We're going to move the caravan. We got to find some quests. We've just been trapezing through the wilderness all day long. Which, you know, it's been a nice little adventure, but not really what I set off to do here. I thought we would find a town. I guess, you know what? We have one point of interest up here. A militia bill. What did I just do? Was that investigate? Yes, okay. I just got like ahead of myself and clicked a button. So that's pretty cool. I didn't know that. Investigate will actually tell you if there's stuff outside your vision, which is extremely helpful for doing things like trying to break into a bandit camp. And I imagine affects that hearing perk I took, which is that if I hear someone before I see them, I do bonus damage. The mom spaghetti at tabletop. Such mass appeal compared to prior editions, yeah. Successfully starting a TTRPG club at your local library. Nice. Haven't scared anyone off with Pathfinder? I mean, I do think Pathfinder is like one of the more... Like, I think if you play D&D, you can understand Pathfinder very easily. It's not a bad system to start with, but I do think it has just some like crazy broken builds. Ultimately, it depends a lot on your DM. Like whether or not you feel like you need to have broken builds to survive their encounters. Gonna slaughter you. Cut up you. Crack this bad boy open. Yoink, 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 yoink. Oh, hello. Hello, Joe. Come here. Stop running away from me. Stop being confused by my mighty war cry. Okay, and our camp is 2 south. So we're just going to head straight down there. Well, we almost gained an entire level off just running around and hunting down bandit camps. I don't know what it's done us much in the way of money, but... Oh, they still the gallows. Gallows it is. God, there's a lot of bandits around here. Oh, that guy had a real fast change of heart. Grab this leek, and now we can make some food when we show up. Come here, you rats. Okay, I've managed to break my arm. Oof, quite badly, actually. But if we rest up at camp, which we need to do because we are also very fatigued, then that shouldn't be a problem. Sure, the marketing department of Hasbro and Wizards helps, plus Critical Role. Yeah, I mean, Critical Role was the biggest thing for the marketing department. Honestly, more than anything else. Critical Role is what massively catapulted D&D to the forefront. Like it or hate it, you know? Raw meat and a salted drumstick. Oh, if I had a stick, I could make a meat skewer. I could also just roast this meat, though. Or salt it. 2 times salt, which she does sell. For not that much. Why don't we do that instead? Now we have some salted food. Okay. What can I even put in here? Let's get rid of all this rotten food. This inventory is a disaster state right now. I also don't think I need any of these journal pages or herbal extracts or... I'm in pain, but stabilizing. That can go in there. That can go in there. Do we have an identification scroll? No. Not currently. Okay, we have to go to a town. There's kind of no question about it at this point. I think we can just put some salted meat in here so we have like emergency food rations. So let's just go down to Manshire. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to park the caravan like right next to Manshire. because that way we can sell directly to it. I mean, I could go next to the Rotten Willow, but I think we're a little under-leveled for it. That area said like level 10 is what you want. So I'm just going to do that. Not needing a calculator to determine your bonuses, always good. Always go back and play with Thaco or implement it in 5e. Yeah, I've seen combats that are designed to be like, instead of the enemy rolling to determine whether you hit, you roll to determine whether or not the enemy hits. So it just gives the player more to roll. System of choice at the moment is D100. Can't see myself going back to D&D. Wanted to vent the frustration. Thanks for the invite. I think the 8,000 combute's a bit much, right? If you're willing to do a bit of research, you find a system that appeals to you. Yeah, and I mean, I've been very surprised over the years. I played the Aliens TTRPG, which I didn't know what I was going to think about, and that ended up being one of my favorite TTRPGs I've played in years. Very storytelling based, but had a good system in determining like what you were and weren't allowed to do, and also just like how the DM was allowed to act, so to speak. So I'm next to town. I should be able to sell things directly out of my inventory here. We've got a little bit of time before night, so I'm going to just go straight into town. Have a board game that uses a D100 called Folklore. So many item buffs and modifiers seem so minor. +2 to hit on a D100 just feels bad. Yeah. 2% is not really cutting it. You got any contracts? You sure do. Bloodsuckers. Just a few hauls. We're gonna take that. I gotta take a nap and stuff before we go, but carrier pigeons. You've got scrolls of identification that I'll take. You've also got some healing cells, which I'll take. Nice. And I can sell this guy directly from the caravan. Gambling dice, charcoal trunk, empty purse. The altar bell I want to keep. I don't need that pot. I can sell him the copper chain, the fang pendant, and that silver ring. That purse, that extra bloodletting lancet. I'll sell those to the blacksmith. Sell you the silver talisman, the silver earrings. Maybe that rag. Excellent. The blacksmith's down here. We got to repair a lot of gear right now, so. $28, $55. You've got no money. You sure do now. I'm also going to sell that claw trap. Sell the iron ingot. Does this guy have a better helmet for us? 558, a guard's helmet. Lower energy. $500. 5, 7, 8. I'm gonna do it. I want a new hat. That's all it is. Even though it's expensive as heck. I have a desperate desire for a new hat. Our homie at the church here should sell us... He could sell us the altar. But he also sells healing meds, which is kind of like what I need more than anything right now. I'm actually going to buy his whole stock. Can I move things directly to my caravan? I don't think I can. I don't think I have anything to sell. But this tanner should buy that rabbit pelt, the dog pelt. I think I'm going to sell him the quiver as well. Knapsack backpack. So this is bigger than the backpack probably we have. I don't know if it's much better. We still have these trash gloves. To the point that maybe I talk to these guys and we get some gloves as well. There goes all my money. But that's okay. It ain't the worst. Aliens is so fun. You do everything to survive. Just go mad right before the end and get killed. Yes, it's very much a TTRPG you play with the intention of dying by the end of it. And personally, I find that to be some of the funnest stuff. Nora, my dude, take it easy. Have fun reading. Our armor is still holding up. It's not bad. It's not great. We could definitely use some better stuff. That's no good. That's no good. Been paid for that. I don't know if we need the torn journal, but I feel bad getting rid of it. Oh, we've got an enchanted rope belt. It's not in very good shape. This magical amulet is miracle chance and energy with health restoration and health. Yeah, I mean, it's arguably a little bit better than the necklace we have. So it's definitely pretty close. You go in there, you go in there. I feel okay with that. This mace we can sell. A vampiric peasant flail. I have almost no fodder left. Just gonna make it really hard for us to move anywhere, but that's rotten. That's rotten. Eat some lentil stew. We are super duper fatigued. So I tell you what, I'm going to sleep until sunrise. I think that's enough. I should probably sleep another hour. Or two. Okay, that's 3% fatigue. We got heals. We got stew. We got some salted meats. Some stuff in here to sell. We got a quest down south. Both of those camps are full of spiders. I don't know what Gulons are. So we are gonna go into town, get a blessing from the church, and we're gonna go down to that cathedral. That's what we're gonna do. Fashion needs greater than gold supply. Yes, confirmed. Confirm is correct. Need updates for thumbnail. You gotta have that right drip for the thumbnail, you know? Got to. Other than Current of Fast, which is procedural heavy, RP light, any of the Black Oath Entertainment games are excellent. Maybe Ironsworn, which is a bit more RP focused. Option to get a GM emulator that lets you turn about any system into a solo game. That's actually one of the things I'm kind of excited about for AI, is that the ability to run solo D&D games opens up a lot more. But currently, all the systems that they have for this are not working well. We need that bucket for the chicken coop, but we also need sacks of grain, so... Wish real life worked like that. I'm 6% tired. I could use another 20 minutes of sleep. Wouldn't it be great? In US, we don't have gallon Ziploc baggies, but Canada doesn't use gallons as a measurement. Which size baggies do you have? I have medium and large. How many gallons go into those? I wouldn't be able to tell you. We have like freezer versions. Medium, large, and small. Small, which is mostly sandwich baggy. I guess it's also commonly known as. All right. I got a feeling by the time we get down there, our buff is going to be run up. That's okay. That's how adventure works. We could gather a bunch of fodder and just move the whole caravan. But I think we'll just walk it. Get a ride in the cart. I don't think we have the money. We definitely don't. And B, I don't think he'll take us to a chappie. He'll only take us to the winery. So we might as well just walk it real fast. We have most of this road mapped out anyway. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to hit up the Chapel of the Guiding Star at the beginning of the next episode. Because that's the perfect time to cut this video. So thank you so much for joining us. I hope you come back and join us as we move into the big 2-star quests and start fighting some real heavy mobs.